Blind, right?
Ladies and
Yeah.
Love is Blind. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with an update on Love is Blind season 8 in the fantastically diverse, so interesting city of Minneapolis. You know, I want to visit there one day. It's on my bucket list.
Sure.
Anyways, please like, subscribe, comment. I'll put it at the beginning so that people can see this. And so please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, whatever. So, like we said, this is for Love is Blind season 8. Obviously, we didn't do the last drop. We're doing 7 to 12 straight up because we still we still haven't seen what they saw in this season that made them make it so long. And FYI, this season had an extra episode compared to the previous seasons, whereby here we're down to 2 episodes. They gave us 3 episodes back to back. Nobody asked for this. I can categorically say that. So before we get into it, this is Dety, this is Mimi. Welcome to our channel, dety&mimi review things. So we're gonna get into it because I think I've said all that we are thinking, and I've already said it. I'll say it again for the record. I'm not watching the next season of Love is Blind. Any US Love is Blind, maybe unless Atlanta or something, but there's no.
Well, what's in Toronto for sure?
Yeah. That's it. Any US one, I'm not interested because it's all the same, and the excuse of why it's not diverse is stupid. Because then you could have just said, okay, let's scrap this town and go somewhere else that's more diverse. Even in the Midwest, they have diverse places, but let's not even get into it. But we have to give them props for the songs. I took notes of some of the songs and I was like, okay, guys, they give us All My Life. They gave us Lucky by Colby Calais. They tried. And it's okay, let's get into it. So, first couple, Lauren and Dave. So, Lauren and Dave, their main issue is, what's their main issue?
Lauren had sex a week before coming on the show. That's their main issue.
Yeah.
And he can't get over it, and it's someone that he knows.
Yeah, but
So-
I think that the issue with Dave, I don't like people like Dave where they are so controlled by their family and friends and they don't have minds of their own. We'll see someone else that's also like that, where like you're an adult, right? Dave is, oh, I didn't get his age, but I think he's 30 something.
Yeah, probably 32.
Yeah, something like that. 32,
Yeah.
33, and you are still so controlled by your family and your friends. It's ridiculous. Oh, my sister didn't want me to meet someone that was just here for the fame or that was just here for the wrong reasons. We're here for the right reasons. My sister, and he had as a full-grown adult man, the I'm looking for the word because it's not audacity. Is that you're not ashamed to say your sister gave you permission to come on the show as long as you only make it to the pods and you won't progress further than that.
Then why did you come? Like, it doesn't make any sense, actually.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then he said, oh, when I got to the pods and I decided that no, screw that, I'm going to go for it. 1 10 to 10. First of all, Dave, this is not high school. We're not children. We're full-grown adults. Mm-hmm. Number 2, your sister is a principality. I'm just going to say it. And for those that don't know what a principality is, go Google it. Your sister is a principality. She's a stronghold. She is a stronghold in your life. Because when we are adults, friends, family are just there to provide guidance. They give you advice. It's up to you to take it or not. Even if the guy, okay, your friends know the guy that Lauren was supposedly with till according to them, it was 2 days before coming on the show. But Lauren said it was 1 week. Potato, right? But the point was, I kept saying that, oh, you're defending Lauren, but you're just, and it's like, how about just give her a chance to defend herself? Let her go in front of the panel. He said, oh, these people are so important. Okay, Lauren's family that you met, they're, yeah,
it's the exceptionalism for your own family member. Like, if you think someone is a loser for being on the show, so is your family member for signing up for the show.
Yes,
like,
that's
they're exactly in the same situation, same boat. You think someone is signing up for the show for
wrong reasons. What about you?
Yeah, like let's stop all this exceptionality just because of their family member.
Yeah. Oh no, not my family. Oh, I can't believe I'm going on a show like that to find love like that. Oh my God. Oh my, clutch my pearls.
Your family member is equally lame.
A loser. Yes. That's like people saying. All these manifest people come in with so much like bluster and so much like, and I'm like, no, calm down. Your family member is also here, right? Good. So there are two losers that met. Since you
There you
think that the
go.
other person is a loser, then your family member is also a loser by
Yeah,
default.
because the fact that you have to, I'm not going to say reduce or whatever, to seek out help from a TV show, then you're on the same boat too. The
Yes.
thought process is pretty
It's the
similar,
same, yes. And so
you
like,
know.
yeah, and to be clear, we
So,
don't think any of them are losers because they came
of
on the
course
show.
not. Like
We're
we
just saying
don't
that
mean that.
if your family thinks that the
Yeah,
other people are losers, then by default your family member is also a loser
yeah.
because that's how the other family is looking at them. Since if we're all going to be judging people, so I found that so horrible, just awful. But on Lauren's side, we feel like Lauren too. Sister, 1 week to the show.
Yeah, not great. Like we know that if the gender was flipped, we'll flame the guy. So yeah,
You
not
have
cool.
to, yeah, Lauren, and because she kept on trying to deny it, she kept on saying. So the guy said that okay, but the guy still trying to talk to you. She said, "Oh, not since last week," and he's like, "But you still not ended it with him." She said, "Oh, I didn't feel like there was anything to be said." I'm like, girl,
Not great.
he's messaging you and you're just not answering him. You never told him point blank that this is not a relationship I see going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You came back from it, and I understand why he was still messaging because maybe he just thinks, okay, he went to the pause and nothing happened, so yeah, let's continue. And then you are just ignoring him. Why can't you just tell me text that, sorry for leading you on or whatever, but actually I'm engaged now and I would like to focus on that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she never ever acknowledged that it wasn't 100% right to be sleeping with somebody when you're trying to get married in like 6 weeks from that point. I'm like, girl, you 1 week prior to something, so you're planning to be engaged 3 weeks from when you slept with somebody else. Come on,
It's not cool.
girl, it's not cool. And you're planning to be having sex with somebody like, yeah, 3 weeks too, because apparently she and Dave hooked up because Dave had to mention it. But so it's like, nah, not cool. And the fact that she doesn't think anything of it, it's like initially, so I was like, oh, but then when this, so I think I read somewhere on Reddit or something, they like flipped the gender. So I was like, oh no. The same, like I understand his hesitation. I doesn't like how he went about it. Or 1 week of just agonizing the poor girl, putting her in emotional chokehold. Oh, I'm going to sleep in my apartment. I just can't. Then he finally broke up because he finally. And once again, he didn't really break up like in a firm way. I don't know why men find it so hard to break up with people, but he didn't break up like in a firm
Yeah.
way. It was still I'm a struggle.
Yeah, he wanted her to break up with him.
Yeah, so she just kind of accepted that he was not going to get over it. So that's kind of how they broke up. And then when they met up at the mixer, he was now saying that he misses her, blah blah blah. And then he was trying to talk to her, and then he was now saying that but she died. When he goes back to their apartment, I'm like, why are you even there? And but when he got there, that he didn't see her stuff, and it was very brutal. She was like, yeah, it wasn't easy to move out. So, and I said, okay, but she didn't even check up on him. I was like, nah. Like my man says, nah. Audacity must be free in Minnesota. Okay. What?
Mining it there.
Girl, I was like, eh? And I like how finally she stood up. She was like, nah, what do you mean? I've been giving over 100% to this relationship and you haven't given me anything back. And that was the one thing that I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to chase after you anymore. And I said, okay, yeah, it's true. I have nothing against her. No, hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I love Molly though. I love when all those people say, girls don't support girls. I love it because Molly was even Dave's other connection. But after I didn't choose her, she went to heal herself. And when she came for this mixer, she was ready. After Lauren downloaded it just to her, Molly went to Dave and lit his ass up. She was like, I don't understand. She was abusing his family. She said that he should just, I can't just tell them to F off. Like,
yeah.
he said it's not that simple.
Yeah,
she said your friends suck. Your family, like, she was hurt. She went off on him, not in a violent way, but she was just like, she wasn't having any of the, like, these excuses. She was like, nah, it's that's where he found out that his sister is the one that gave him permission to go just to the pods and everything. And then when he said the whole thing about his fear of his sister's fear of him ending up with someone for the wrong reasons, Molly asked, like, do you even know Lauren at all? Like, Lauren is one of the sweetest people ever, and blah blah. And even from us, what we have watched, that girl, an angel, she will stay through almost anything. So, and Molly just couldn't understand, because her own point was that if you're truly in love with this girl, surely you stand up for her. There should be no issue, no problem, no nothing.
And if you don't want, you don't want. That's fine. You can walk away, but like, don't drag it out. You know, like walk away, but don't drag it out.
Yeah, you dragged it out. The poor girl was in agony for over a week. Yeah. You met her mom. You met her dad. Oh, anyways, that's Lauren. Because me, you are not with my dad and my mom either. You're not with any of my parents. Because if your family, you keep your family members away and friends away because they are special. No. You're not missing mine either, bro. It ain't happening.
It's ended already.
Yeah, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. And the part that I knew that you are really, really still living for your sister is that production asked him, because this was like the next day, production asked him if he had anything with his sister, if he had told his sister that he had anything with Lauren, and he said yes. I was like, dude.
Quickly.
You quickly told her. They said, okay, what did she say? She sent a sad face emoji and all, which I made me able to believe that is he even as bad as he's making it seem, or is he the one that has the problem and he just couldn't fully say with his full chest that, you know what, it's me.
You know what I just realized in the whole episode is that they only went to, I think I'm digressing. No. Only went to one couple's house. And I'm like, what did you guys show? Like, I'm trying to find the content, and it was longer, and it was only the black couple that.
Yeah, Devin and.
Yeah, I'm like, did they even show any other person? Like, even I know for these ones, we're doing their back and forth. They never did. I don't think I saw Taylor or this.
No, we didn't see anybody's house. Yeah, you're right.
And then the one, but that was because she was going to meet her parents. So
that's where she lives.
Yeah, so
Monica.
Yeah, Monica lives there, and she was introducing to the person.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We saw that. So I'm like, what have you been watching?
Honestly, this
is like a lot of filler content, and I
content.
Don't get why they didn't show us things that always interest us. We like seeing people's houses.
Yeah, we do, because we do like to roast people.
Yeah, but
like
anyway,
Alex from last season.
Yeah, messy.
Pretty girl.
It's over. So
yeah, it's over. And I like that she stood in, because I think he was trying to do, once again, he doesn't know how to say things.
I think he wanted to continue, I won't call it dating, but seeing.
Yeah.
Since she's okay with the friends with benefit thing.
Yeah, and I'm glad that she was like.
Yeah, I feel like that's what he wanted.
Yeah, but I don't like that he cannot say what he wants.
Or you wanted someone to break up with you.
Yeah, he wanted the door to be open, because he even said that he doesn't want to be saying that he broke up with her. He wants to say we ended things. Why are you changing the language?
No, I didn't. I mean, clearly she wasn't gonna leave, so you ended things. So
no, he wants it to be a we. That's like, no, I don't. I'm like, what is the aversion with just saying I broke up with somebody?
Yeah, I don't know.
It should fill you with pride. If you did this your full chest, you should feel proud. Obviously, this is full chest. I can't feel proud. Shame on him. Anyways, move on to the next couple. Our faves. Yeah. Our faves.
Really like
Is your thing still racist? It's still racist.
I don't understand why it doesn't. I don't know. Is it that your heart is not nice?
Still racist.
Like, is it? I always do this one.
Still racist.
But and I don't know. Maybe I need to. I updated my system, so maybe I need to make sure that it's on.
Tell it to not be racist. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, our faves, Taylor and Daniel. That's how I call him, because his name is Daniel. And if you were alive in the early 2000s, you would know. Damn Daniel. So he's 29, she's 31. These are the couple that they had.
And she just turned 32.
Yeah, on the show. Yeah. Cute. This is a couple that had the issue where she thought she had seen him before on social media. She thought he had followed her and on. But then she actually got her phone and checked through the followers, and it wasn't there. So she was like, okay. And I guess she just realized that it just didn't matter. So she kind of just let it go, and they moved on from it. And they moved on spectacularly. I mean,
lovely family.
Both sides.
Yeah. I think they get along really well. Once in a while, Love is Blind gets it right. They will have that couple that is like the shining light in the whole season.
Yeah.
In previous seasons, we had 2-3 couples at once, but of late we've only been getting one.
Yeah, it's been tragic.
Yeah, like the previous season. I can't remember their names.
Which one? The one of Brett and Tiffany that we got?
No. Like the previous season was just one. The one with the girl.
Them, Jared and the girl.
Taylor. Yes, Taylor. So yeah, you just get.
But that one, I mean, but say, you know how we felt about Jared's mommy.
Yeah, but
Mommy
she's
Jared.
on the outside.
You know how I felt about
She'll
Mommy
be
Jared.
fine.
Well, yeah, I like this. What I really liked about this, besides, I mean, so I like the fact that he said something that was, I think, was poignant about, because he has a blind sister, and he said that this show helps him kind of understand how his sister kind of dates, because she has to fall in love with someone for their personality. She can never see what they look like.
And making friends too.
Yeah, even making friends and stuff. So she has to really rely on that, just like connection that has nothing to do with what you look like. And I was like, you know what's very important points, and I think it's a valid thing to bring up.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
Yeah.
I like that because essentially Taylor's mommy was doing the stronghold too. I like that because the way Taylor talks in front of Daniel, I knew that she's not the kind of child that would apologize or like when she didn't do anything wrong. So I know that the kind of talk she had with her mother was you will regret it if you're not
you
here.
could just tell she was not going to acquiesce to whatever her mom was saying. Like, she's gonna carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be there. It's not you don't even have an option.
You're gonna be
there.
Yeah, you're gonna
So yeah.
I loved that that was kind, because I'm like, yeah, because if you always apologize, then they will think that they always have power over you.
Yeah.
And I love the conversation that the parents had when his parents came to join them at the first meeting, which I'm like, this is very people.
You can just
like,
tell.
It's so risky because if the mother did not like you yet.
I know, but you could just tell that if you know what's funny about family and family meeting is I noticed something. You need to see the home that she's going into. The fact that her parents showed up shows you that he's supported at home.
Yes.
He's loved at home. They will follow him wherever he's going. Like, oh, this is where, and it's kind of like the way we do things back home.
Nigeria.
We do the introduction and everything. So like the families don't meet at the wedding. We have a separate introduction for that. That kind of felt like an introduction, and it's nice. Like parents are there to vouch for their child. They also, and I noticed that for Daniel's parents, they allow him to like express himself, to talk. It's not like they're overly trying to push their child. Like, oh, my child is this. No. And they ebb and flow into the conversations where they feel like it's needed. And then they crack the nice joke about, oh, so now where is everyone going to stay for Christmas?
Because they are both Christmas families.
They're both Christmas families.
And
so,
like,
but they live in the same city, so it's fine. You can do mornings and evenings, whatever.
Girl, I don't say anything that Mommy Taylor wants evening. Because if you give her money, I don't think she will lap it if it's.
But some people like Christmas mornings because, the whole waking up in the morning, pajamas. So she can have Christmas morning and they can have Christmas dinner, and they can alternate it every year.
Yeah,
that is fine.
She looked like she was about to lunge across the couch when the woman said that. It's like of course it's my house. I said, please calm down, ma. Please, ma, calm down.
But yeah, I like it. What's his name? Daniel seems like he comes from a really good home. His siblings seem really nice and grounded. So yeah, very nice family.
I love her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad I don't like. I find it so funny when I meet men or when we see men that are like, I'm gonna wait for my wife to respond. Because when Daddy was asking for their not like permission, but asking like, can I continue to court your daughter? And obviously it's meant to be the dad that's meant to have the final say, right? Because traditionally it's the man that you ask from, right? And the father waited for the mother to talk. It's like, I don't want problem before I go say yes now. The mother. So he just waited for her. So when she now said yes, he now said, oh yes, very much so. I'm like, we've been seeing you nodding since. We know that you're very, like, you're into this match, but he just had to wait for his wife to say yes first, which was very cute. I had no issue with them. I just think that it was a bit of a risk because it was the first time he was meeting them. So I think that it could have something that maybe they could have done at a later date. But yeah, everything was fine. Yeah. These people, they are the happy couple. They did a photo shoot, Christmas photo shoot. They said they want to use this for wedding favors at their wedding, and I'm sure that they will still use it to do Christmas. Or maybe they love Christmas so much. I'm sure they can do another photo shoot before the year ends. I think this was shot like about a year ago, so it was like February, March. Yeah. So
I'm sure in the reunion they'll show us what they did for Christmas. So.
Oh, definitely, because that's their shtick. That's what they are known for. They are the Christmas couple.
Yeah, nice. They had a nice date.
The last day, ice skating.
Yeah, which is lovely.
And then eating on the ice. That's when Lucky played. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And another thing that I've noticed is Taylor gives this one-liners to Daniel gives this one-liners to Taylor, and it's so sweet. And it's like chaos will be going on somewhere, and then he'll just say the most sweetest thing to her in the moment, and it's like really really nice. So yeah, they're really cute together.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
Love. Okay, well,
next couple.
enough of the love.
Enough of the love.
Okay, actually, we're still in love. But still, I mean, so this couple, they're fine. So we know that Monica's sister, is trying to be the weapon of fashion against them. So we found out that Monica has talked to her sister several times. She said that she had several conversations about it. I'm like, on top what? Your mother is okay, your father is okay.
I think some siblings need to stop acting like they're your parent. Like, cool it.
I find this so wild.
In this situation, especially, and I find out that it's like, I find it that it's the siblings that both parents are present, both parents are doing their parent, but you just, I don't know where you get off thinking you're a parent, so you're just another sibling. Like, it would be a different situation if one parent was not around, or parents were neglective, whatever.
Exactly.
I will understand that, yes, you want to step in, and also, like, as a younger sibling, care what your older sibling says. True, I get that, but this is not the case here.
Not at all.
Like, it's not the case here. So I feel like, God,
It's
like,
wild.
just allow people to make their own decisions. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, and
It's
I
weird.
find it so wild because literally this girl opened her mouth to say, I'm the older sister. I feel like I should be getting married before you. She opened her mouth to say this thing that is being recorded for live TV. So I was like in absolute shock because I can't imagine if I tell myself that kind of thing. My staff just look at me like, I'm so. So I find it so wild.
That's
But
funny.
I mean, it's 5 years older. She's like, I'm 5 years older than you. I feel like I should be marrying Fred. That I just don't like him. I just think that I'm like, what are you talking about?
Can I say something in that regard of the younger sister marrying before the older sister thing that I find ridiculous? Okay, let's put it like this: because you and someone are in the same family, you feel like there's a hierarchy to marriage, right? But there are people outside that are way younger than you that are getting married. Well, because they're not related to you, it means nothing.
Yeah.
So you need to just take that stigma off. It's that's not how life works. Like, people don't move at the same pace. That people don't move in the order of which they were born.
Well, you know what explaining? She has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend has been with her for 5 years.
Yeah, but and boyfriend went on a date and stuff.
Yeah,
first.
they met. Yeah, he met Monica first. And Monica
And
was
this
like,
guy
oh,
cracked
she
the
thought
joke that he's still waiting
maybe
for.
yeah. And people were like, oh, she did not find that joke funny.
Yeah. But it's just weird. Like, I need everybody to, like, disavow themselves from that notion that because your younger or younger sibling is getting married before you, that there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
No, because thousands of people outside way younger than you are getting married or whatever, and it doesn't faze you. So it shouldn't faze you.
Yes, can't face your boyfriend. That's the issue. Face your boyfriend and ask him that, what are we doing, sir?
Exactly. If you want to get married, you work on getting married. Don't attack the younger person that's trying to get married.
Right, yeah, exactly. You also had a chance to apply for the show, you didn't. Okay, because you have a boyfriend. And so if you're comfortable being a girlfriend,
Tell him.
Yeah.
Or you guys got. Well, I was gonna say come on the ultimatum, but that show likes hot couples. So the American version. I don't know why and I say hot in quotes because if you're a little bigger, oh my God, you cannot be on the show.
Nah. Yeah, the American one you can't. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so eventually she talk. So apparently her sister is a photographer, so she does a photo shoot for them.
Mm-hmm.
And after that they're talking, and she's like, okay, she now likes Joey, and that she thinks it's cool. But when you're talking to production, it was like pulling teeth. She was so begrudgingly saying, I said, this evil spirit to you, better let it go. Like, she was just like, it was almost gritting her teeth when she was saying, I'm like, girl, just say it. He's a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
She said she's worried about their energy levels, that he seems very high energy, and say that we're nappers.
But she's also high energy, like when she's awake. So what's
the problem?
She didn't even give me as someone that isn't high. And in fact, I felt she was more high energy than him until when this whole conversation was happening.
Yeah, exactly.
She kept on bending like this thing when they met. So I'm like,
what's going on? Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't get that either. So, but she eventually. So, but then when they had their final date in just the most gorgeous place, it's
a conservatory.
It's a conservatory, very gorgeous. But then Monica said that she's concerned because Joey hasn't said, he loves her yet, and he hasn't said that this is like he's sure. And during the suit fitting, Joey was saying that he's not going to know until the day of. That was what telling his friends, and I'm like, you think what you're saying makes sense? because he does not. How can you not know until the day of? So yeah, the decision that is meant to be like, I mean, one of the most
I
important
think
decisions of
he's
your life.
romanticizing the decision.
That's
Like
what they all do. Is
that
annoying.
she's gonna walk down the aisle, and then
I'll
it's just like,
no.
you know, yeah, and then the dress, the motion, everything. He would just be like, that's the one. So
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of stupid. So, anyways,
to the next couple.
So on to the next. Virginia and Devin.
I love Virginia. I'm just gonna put that out there. I really love her. She's like, not. I know this word has been played out. Robert knows what I'm about to say. Like the whole femininity, whatever.
She is
feminine
very
energy.
Feminine. Her energy is feminine.
I really like
OPG.
the way she's poised. Yeah, I like the way she carries herself. I like the way she talks. I like that she is assertive when she needs to be. Like, don't take it. Don't be like, oh, she's so sweet. No, you can't walk all over her. And I love that because what she cares about it deeply.
Yeah.
And for the things that she doesn't have like feelings about, it's like, okay, you can have it. Yeah. And I like that. It's kind of like the way to like have a good relationship is, your partner is usually open. So the one thing that they care about, you shouldn't really fight them over it, except that it's like hella dangerous. It's also important to yes, and then you can have a conversation about that. But she seems very amicable. That's the vibe I get from her. Devin is also chilled.
He is.
But I feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like he's holding back. Or is it just me?
I just feel like, because at the point where he stopped looking at her in conversations, I think it's the prenup thing. So when they went to Virginia's house, which is a townhouse, and they were talking, and she goes, oh yeah, we want to share finances, and not share fully, but like, yeah, like I want us to buy a house, and on and on. Then she mentioned she wants to do a prenup, and that kind of where it hackles a bit. I just kind of explained that it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm planning for the end of the marriage. It's just more like in case something happens, and like it's just like a safety net and security, and it's also protection for you because she's not asking for anything, and she already told him that kind of prenup she would want is like we both, like whatever you came in with, you take.
Yeah, and then the only thing that you probably split is like the
whatever,
house that you bought or whatever.
Together,
you split it. So, and I think that's
fair. So I think he was kind of okay. Then when he went to meet his when they went to meet his family, I think because his sister again brought it up that, when she's just nervous about the prenup thing, that to her prenup means you don't plan on staying in the marriage forever, and then he tried to explain it to his parents, but to his family. But I think when it's just him and Virginia, it's fine. When outsiders start expressing their concerns, it kind of starts getting to you. So because one thing that the guys talked about at the meetup, when everybody met up, was that there was a lot of they didn't expect the amount of like outsider opinions in their relationship, where you have been in your bubble for so long and you're just doing your thing and everything is good, and then outsiders can come and bring doubts. Not always a bad thing, but sometimes it's just like, these were things I was fine with, and then suddenly, you're telling me that I should not be fine with it. It's kind of, iffy. So I think it was the prenup thing that really got to him, and I think at that point he was kind of like, because even like I even thought that Virginia was being weird after they met her mom, because she seemed like she was trying to get them to have, like, she's like, oh, talk to me, ask me difficult things, ask me things, let's talk about things that will make you want to sleep outside. I was like, what is going on here? You think that it's going to well? Like, you think it's going too smoothly? So they eventually talked. They now talked about politics. She said she usually votes Democrats. That she feels like people vote based on their beliefs, that her own belief as a Christian aligns more with Democratic than the Republican. And he said he's not really the biggest, he's apolitical really. He doesn't, strongly identify with one side or the other, which is fine, because I don't even know why there are only two sides, but that's America's problem, whatever. But yeah, they talked about that. Then when she finally gave him the prenup, he was, if I were to give him that prenup, I would thought that was going to be the end, because the guy looks like, he was like, wow, you really brought this prenup to my table. And he was like, okay, I'm going to have people look it over. And then from that point on, he stopped looking at her. So that was when I was like, okay, is there something? So I think it's the prenup that made him change the way he was towards her. He still felt the same way, but the prenup made him feel uncomfortable. Not sure why. Maybe because he has some debt and stuff, but I don't know whether he thought that she would try to screw him over in the prenup or something. I don't know. But obviously, to God be the glory, he got his mom and he said the lawyer to look it over, and they were like, yeah, it's just what's what she said. Everybody gets what they came with, and you split whatever you did together in the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually, because after that he now started smiling normally again. But between when she gave him the prenup and then, Baba was just quiet. I'm like, hope nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
they signed the prenup, and that's that about Devin and Virginia. We still don't know much about them except, prenup, and she's a sweet girl.
Yeah.
He's also a sweet guy. And he's also an age. She's 33, he's 28 at the time of
It's
this
fine though.
film.
We are okay with those age gaps.
I'm fine with it because he's actually mature.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually mature. So we'll find out their decision later, guys.
The last couple. Wow, this will have 5 couples
Yeah.
and then 4 going into the wedding.
Yeah, for us, it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, they just didn't deign to show us a lot about freaking Devin and Virginia in the pods. We had so much pod stuff to show you, all these dramas and squares and whatnot. Cool. The couple that we're actually going to follow, can we also know about them? May we know them?
Yeah.
And there's last couple, Sarah and Ben. We ended. Oh no, we didn't end. Sorry, because we didn't review it last time. So everything was fine in the honeymoon. Well, all these couples, everything was pretty much fine in the honeymoon. It's when they got back that things started. So when they got back, their main thing was this TikTok video of this girl saying that she's seen the list of the cast for Minneapolis, and there was one guy there wanting to talking bad things about the guy, Sha. And apparently Ben said he thinks it's him. And why he said, well, that he knows the girl they dated once, like how many years ago? Let's say 5 years ago or something.
I don't even know. He said he went on one date, so they didn't date.
Yeah, they didn't date. Went on one date with her like years ago, and that pretty much is that he's not really sure where she got all these things from. And obviously, in the episodes you can talk a lot, but I don't really understand why I'll now take that to form an opinion of somebody to the point of setting ring lights to talk about the person. And I see, after watching Married at First Sight last season of Married at First Sight, I know that some girls, if so, I think you sent me a video one time about talking about how some people didn't have the childhood and young, teenage experiences. So when you have those experiences that you're supposed to have at a young age, at an older age, it hits you harder. So maybe that girl started dating later in life. Because for example, the last season of Married at First Sight, one of the girls had never had a boyfriend. So this was her first foray into anything relationship, and it didn't work out, and she crashed hard with a hard D, capital D. Like, we're talking even months after, she's still talking, she's just bleeding everywhere. It's a mess because it's actually just it's uncontrolled now. It's ridiculous. Apparently it looked like her and the other girls have even fallen now. They don't hang out together anymore because it's like at some point, wow, okay, well, I've moved on, wow, it's like okay, but she's still in that. So I feel like it's the same thing with this girl. That's my own hypothesis, obviously unproven. I don't know her, but I think that's the same thing. That maybe she hasn't really dated a lot, and then she just started dating at that point, and then she met him, and maybe he said some things that she didn't like, and she decided that she held it in her heart or whatever. I don't know, but some people have energy because once again, I would never be the one to set ring lights.
I think for TikTok, it's 2 things.
Money.
You wanna go viral. You wanna make money. So I don't know what your motivation is behind many of these things. So yeah. If it's true that it was just a one date, I think
it's true because
also
now she hasn't disproven it.
I'm learning that y'all in Minneapolis gossip a lot. Y'all are talking to yourselves, gossiping back and forth. Cause wow, so many friend groups, everyone is just talking. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a lie, because if it was a lie, she would have come with proof. There's nothing. It's the truth. It was one date, and she took it out of proportion. It was a bad date. Cool. We've all had bad dates. You take it on the chin and move on. It's what it is. Like. I was somebody that I dated once on TV. Went on a date with once on a TV show, and I decided to come and set ring lights.
Instead of setting ring lights, you probably just message your friends
and
say,
look at this person. Yeah, look at
and
this
then we all have a laugh and then
we move on. Yeah. But no, this girl. So, anyways, but Sarah, like, he explained and everything, and she accepted and she moved on. And that's one thing I love about this season, minus Dave. The girls, let me say the girls, because Taylor and Sarah, the drama that came up, they just were like, move on. They didn't. I promise you, people, after that one scene that these people talked about that thing, they never brought it up again. It was done. Same thing with Taylor and Daniel. After that one time, we talked about it.
Yeah, I think they talked about it twice.
She apologized again. But other than that, we're not talking about it again. Like, it's done. We're not rehashing. We're not. Sometimes people are just beating dead horses. It's like, no.
You either accept,
Dave, this for you. Yeah.
or move on.
Move on. Period.
And I always feel like if you're confused, move on is always the best option, because you don't want to stay and be wondering or harping on. So just move on. It's usually the best option.
Period. So obviously these people are the ones that we didn't even think that they should be engaged in the first place, because now
they're fundamentally different, and I feel like he's downplaying his religion.
He downplayed it. Yeah, she even said it. He downplayed it. She said he downplayed it to her, because when she's watching it back, she's like, "Oh, that."
I don't know why people just do this. Like, there's 16 people here.
Yeah, definitely other Christians.
We're other Christians.
Very for sure.
Like,
you could have tried to build a bond with them.
Yeah, what was the reason? Like, honestly, I don't get it.
How do you function?
Want to start a marriage on the wrong foot, and then usually people get heavier in their faith sometimes as they get older. So like, what was the plan? I just think that everybody, even I also would say to Sarah that when he said certain things to you, you didn't agree with, you should have just ended it then.
And the pods,
in the pods with the Black Lives Matter and or the church stuff too, like
even church, because you don't even like church, you don't go to church.
Like Meg ended it quickly. She's like, oh no, I'm a spiritual whatever, I believe in aliens, no,
in witchcraft,
bye. And she quickly ended it with, I think him, it was him, and she quickly ended it. So some decisions that were made. We questioned it because I was like, what the hell are people doing? And Ben, so I don't know whether he thought that he could change her mind, because when he goes to the camera, he'll say, oh, these are the things I was keep discussing. And like, keep discussing as to how, as in you want to convert this girl or what, not even convert, but you want her to either like to bend to you, like, and I'm like, it's just weird. I don't get it. I personally, I don't believe in using your hand to do yourself. I don't believe in that. Like, you can clearly see eyes wide open before things get. I mean, yes, you didn't see her, so whatever. But ears wide open. Why?
That's even why, because she's gorgeous, right?
Yeah, exactly. You didn't see her, so ears wide open.
Just say what you didn't say. Talking to a wall.
Yeah, just end it. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, even her, she was like that. She feels like somebody that's that religious she was even judging you that shouldn't you want somebody as religious as you? I said yes, good. Just judging her because it doesn't make sense. You should be with someone just as religious as you are. Yeah. Don't try to force someone into something that they are not. Like, I just personally don't agree with it. But we end with them at their wedding, at the altar, and about to make a decision. Don't think they should get married. I don't think they will.
Of all the couples, 100% don't think you guys should get married just because of the religious thing. The other three is fine.
Yeah. That brings us to the end, guys.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I wanted us to talk about before we leave here. And that was when Brittany met Devon. Devon, sorry. And then she tells him that
she didn't like how I responded.
No, and then said it was a little mean or childish. So what there was immature, especially what she said. And then she said all of us are a little gay. And I'm like, girl, like
speak for yourself, sister.
Okay, this is the thing with Brittany. That Brittany is and with everybody outside in the world, let's just have this conversation. You cannot tell someone how they should react to you in any situation. Forget about it being, oh, I am bi, you're not accept anything in general. Like, you can't expect people to you can't tell people how they should react to your news. That's what I'm gonna say. You can't, as long as it's not physically violent and it's just like, I'm shocked, I'm taken aback, I'm this. You can't tell them, no, you're wrong in your reaction. Okay? Except physical reaction. We're not putting physical reactions on the table, and we're not putting verbally abusive reactions on the table. Okay? We're talking about regular reactions like confused, questioning, silence, thinking, I'm not sure I'm okay with that. It's like you're trying to tell someone that they should just accept whatever you say.
No.
Like, I don't subscribe to that. So this is part of what I had this conversation about how, like, some people didn't experience things as kids, so you didn't really experience certain types of rejections as kids. So when you're experiencing it as an adult, it's more offensive because you're like looking at yourself holistically and saying, I'm an awesome person holistically. You having this reaction is like you're trying to say I'm a bad person. But that's not what the person is saying.
Yeah.
And even if that's what the person is saying, fine. You know who you are. And I don't think that anything that someone thinks of you should change how you feel about yourself. Yeah. Like you're confident in yourself and in your decisions, fine. And this person is like, but yeah, anyway, you're telling, I don't get it.
But I love that Devin did not apologize.
Yeah,
he just said things worked out the way they were supposed to.
Yeah, I didn't get that. But anyway, that's all. I guess that's my soapbox of the day.
That's all it is. No, it's important
that we should all try and like manage our emotions,
manage our expectations.
And
like, why are you expecting someone
to?
to?
Yeah.
Like, and that's my issue. People, especially people that have things that are not conventionally acceptable. In terms of, for example, you have a kid, you're not married, and trying to date, and somebody is like taken aback and quiet, and you're like, oh, he was judging me. He's allowed to judge you. Yeah. Sorry. Like,
or if someone says I don't date divorcees and you're offended.
You're offended. Why?
It's okay. There's someone out there that does.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm not gonna be offended if someone says I don't date short people. Okay, I'm short. Keep it moving. You know, like. It is what it is.
Some people that don't. Let me make it broad. There's some people that don't date black women. Am I going to start crying on their doorstep?
Exactly. Me? So, I think, yeah. You just have your own. Like, if you have self-confidence in yourself, or even if you don't project it on any other person. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But thanks for saying that, because it reminded me of one other thing that we haven't talked about, which was at the meetup where Madison in her cry for help.
I love how they didn't even dwell on that too much, because Alex is like, I'm not talking to you. I know there's two sides to that story.
Yeah, there's two sides to that story, because Madison is telling not Meg, who was talking to Lauren. She's telling Lauren that apparently so because Madison came in by herself, then apparently Meg and Mason came in, so apparently they saw each other, they met, they fixed themselves, and they were talking and everything. I wanted Madison to be inside that conversation, but she wasn't, because I'm like, hear that your plan did not work, that your machination
also
did not work,
Meg. And I just people really be letting other people make their life decisions for them.
Yeah, they do.
Wild.
They do. And so Meg and Mason even did their own reveal. It was very cute. I was like, this is cute. And Madison's like, whatever. I'm so happy I didn't end up with Mason. What he did just gave me the ick.
Okay, whatever. And he also said he was nothing to look at.
Was that? No, that's for Alex now.
Yeah, to Alex.
Yeah, that's for Alex.
That to Alex. Sorry. She said that to Alex. She said that
about Alex. Yeah.
So
Alex came and said, oh, that is nothing to look. I'm like, girl, stop it. And she apparently, I said it's a story, because to me this is a story. I don't really see how this is. I don't know them, so I'll call it a story. Allegedly, she said that when they got their phones back, Alex saw her and he was like, oh, we should meet at the airport. That, wow, you're so fine, wanting to sing and she was like, wait, don't you forget that we just broke up. And then apparently they met at the airport, because they're going to meet at the airport now. You're coming to the same city. And then she asked him what he really thinks about Mason, and he goes, F Mason. Sure. And apparently said that Meg was in his likes and his DMs, and that he was trying to pit them against each other. Once again, these are the parts that I can't cock my head to the side and be like, really? Is that what happened? So yeah, we don't know if it's true or not. Obviously, there's some Storytime and Ricky video going around where people are alleging that Alex did all these horrible things. But now here's the thing: if you listen to the beginning of the video, she said he did this thing like over 10 years ago. At that point, he would have been maximum 19. So he was a teenager. So let's be guided and let's be very clear in our judgment of Alex, because we all did stupid things. As some people are still doing stupid things in their 30s.
I don't even know what the story is like, or what. I don't care to.
I don't care to know. I don't care to know. I'm just saying that let people listen with like pay attention to the full thing.
Yeah.
Use your number 6. Critically analyze and critically think about what you are hearing and the evidence being presented, and then make your own decision, make up your own mind.
Yeah.
I personally don't think it's a big deal. Alex has not even addressed it, because
I mean, if it's not true, then I don't think there's any need to address it, really.
Yeah. So.
Well, anyways, that has been
Loveisblind season 8. Apparently, they are torturing us, because next week we still have 2 episodes.
And that's the end.
Yeah, then we have the reunion.
Okay, we'll be back. Maybe we'll be back with everything together, like the 2 plus the reunion. We'll see. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe,
share. Do all
Talk
the
to
things.
us.
Yes, talk to us.
Yeah.
Want to know what you're thinking about the couples.
Yeah.
Want to know who do you think is gonna say yes? Who do you think is gonna say no? What you think of how people handle the situations that would be represented, and on and on. So,
Yeah. All right. Bye.
deuces.